Hello everyone, here for Keeping It Current, volume 20. I know I'm a little late, but last weekend was crazy. You know, it's Thanksgiving weekend, so I didn't get to do it. So I pushed it back, and I just added some stories that happened last week and this week. So one of the main things that happened last week, Ice-T and Coco welcomed their daughter, Chanel Nicole. She came early, I believe. Coco released a picture of her. She's a beautiful baby girl. She looks healthy. She looks like she's fine, like nothing's wrong with her. I think she just may be premature or whatever, because I don't know how many months Coco was, but I don't think she was like full term. I think maybe the baby came out at like 7-8 months. I don't know. But I saw a picture of Coco recently, and she looked like she snapped right on back after having that baby. I'm like, geez, girl, go ahead. So, you know, congratulations to them. I'm glad they finally got their child together, because I know Ice-T has an older son. I think he has another child too, but I never really heard about the other child. But I know he has a son, and I know him and Coco have been trying to have a baby for the longest. So congratulations to them. The baby is beautiful. Moving on. Oh, Anne Hathaway is expecting a child too with her husband. I don't know how far along she is, but I know it was just announced the other day. So, you know, congratulations to her as well. I love Anne Hathaway. Well, the topic of Laquan McDonald was like a big media thing, the past few weeks. And, it's just about a 17, it's about, well, not it's just about, because it's a serious story. It's about a 17-year-old who was killed last year, by a police officer, and the police officer shot him like non-stop. And, you know, he had a knife, but he wasn't threatening the cops or whatever with the knife. He was actually walking away, and the cop just, you know, shot his rounds at the boy. And they said, you know, he had a pulse when he was on his way to the hospital, but died. No, he had a pulse on the scene, but when he was on his way to the hospital, I guess he was like DOA. So I'm like, come on, man. Okay, he had a knife. Understandable, but still, that's no reason for you to fire all these rounds into this boy. And he was only 17. Like, really? It doesn't look like he was a threat or anything. It looked like he was running away, and they shot him. And it's like, you know what? This is getting ridiculous now with all of these young boys, young black boys getting killed like this. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, too many of you cops, and I hope it's a cop watching this, too many of y'all are too trigger happy. And it needs to stop. It's ridiculous. Like, come on. You're not supposed to shoot first and then ask questions. You're supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to talk about it. Like, come on. This is ridiculous. Like, a lot of cops are too trigger happy. And it's like the ones that they keep sending out here to these like disturbances and all this other stuff be the ones that are trigger happy. It's getting ridiculous now. Like, now it's not coincidental. Too many black boys are dying out here. I'm so sick of hearing about these young black... The boy was 17 years old. Really? That's Trayvon Martin. That's Michael Brown. That's Jordan Davis. All of them all over again. Like, stop. Y'all are too trigger happy. It's ridiculous. It is really ridiculous. And I really feel bad, you know, for his family. But I heard that the family, I guess, won a settlement for the whole thing, because they said that the police tampered with like a Burger King camera's recording of everything that happened. I didn't see the recording, but I was hearing the details, and I'm like, you know what, that's dead wrong. But it ain't the first time. It's not the first time, because every time like there's like a dash cam or any type of camera involved, there's people have ways of altering it and then wanting to show us what they want to show us. You say hi? And they want to show us what they want to show us. So, you know, rest in peace, Laquan McDonald. Gone too soon, like 17. My goodness, I couldn't imagine. Are you just gonna grab on me? But yeah, it's a sad situation. It's a headache, and I really hate hearing stories like this. It gives me a headache. Like, every time you turn around, and I get so worried because I have a son, and I would not want to be a mother, you know. First of all, your kids are supposed to bury you, not the other way around. So for all of these mothers that are losing their boys to like this, like police brutality and this gun violence and all of that, like, I can only imagine what they're going through, you know? I mean, and I know it's like hard because you just lost your child, and then you have to deal with these people and their opinions about your child. And if you're like Michael Brown mother is still dealing with the fact that people are calling her child a thug, and I'm like, okay. You know, like, that's a spit in the face to her, you know, and people are saying how she never raised Michael Brown and all this other craziness. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Yes, all of that. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? You know, like, the fact remains, the guy killed him and he was unarmed. Plain and simple. They always want to dig deep into your past and your background to make the person who was shot, like, to justify that's the reason why the person deserved to be shot. Nobody deserves to be shot. Period. So, rest in peace, Laquan McDonald. Like, that's terrible. So, Patti LaBelle spent Thanksgiving with James Rice Chanel, and that's the guy who made her patty pies go viral. And I saw a couple of videos from the dinner party. They were singing together. You know, James Rice Chanel was just very grateful and happy and excited that Patti even, you know, realized that that Patti even acknowledged him for, you know, reviewing her pies. So I thought that was really, really sweet. See, social media and these viral videos and stuff, you can do a lot with social media. You can get a word out. You can get popular overnight with social media. So, and I mean, like, I'm one of those people, I just like getting my opinion out there on, like, I just like the fact that YouTube is a platform where you can just be you. You know, you don't have to put on a facade. You can just be you. Like me right now, I'm talking to y'all about current events and stuff that's going on. And, you know, people enjoy it. People just like to hear about stuff. People like to have stuff that's like convenient for them. So sometimes people can't watch the news. Sometimes people can't, read a paper or whatever. So the quickest way to do anything is like viral videos and whatnot. So, and I mean, I enjoy talking on camera. Like, it's fun for me because I'm expressing myself. So, hope it's fun for y'all to watch. So, yeah, like, social media is powerful. And I'm so glad that he truly deserved the gift that Patti gave him. Like, you know, him going to Thanksgiving dinner with her. Like, that is big. That's big. So, you know, I'm happy for him. So supposedly the economy suffered a $1 billion loss for Black Friday because people were boycotting Black Friday, and people are saying not to shop any business besides black businesses for Black Friday. And I'm like, I agree. You just have to see what black businesses are out there. Like me, I've never really shopped like during Black Friday or Christmas. Like if I did, it was like maybe for clothes, but appliances and stuff like that, like microwaves and TVs and all that, I've never done that. And I honestly don't have the patience or the sanity to deal with them savages on Black Friday. I went to Black Friday just to, I ain't go to Black Friday. I went to Target Thanksgiving night just to get ice cream. And the people in there were savages. I counted about 20 TVs that left Target that night. And I'm like, this is crazy. I'm like, people, y'all ain't got TVs? What y'all been watching? you know, like, what y'all been watching? What y'all been watching y'all shows on? Like, it's crazy. So I'm like, I ain't doing all that. And if I was to shop, I would not be in nobody's store. I would sure enough be online. But I am one of those people who, I like supporting people, and I love, like, you know, people who are entrepreneurs, who are, you know, up and coming by themselves. They put the hard work in. I like, you know, I have a bunch of friends who have their own businesses. I have one who's a excellent makeup artist, another one who does like baking, another one who's selling candles. I have my sister-in-law, she's selling bags that she made herself. Friends who make, like, they knit scarves and stuff like that. Like, I know a lot of people with small businesses, their own business, and I try to support them, you know, when I can. So that's the type of person that I am. I like to support people, and I like for people to support me. So I mean, I don't really think I would buy much for no, like, the only thing I would buy is a necessity, not something that I want. Because a TV is not a necessity to me. I'm fine with the TV I got, you know? So, I would buy, you know, a purse from my sister-in-law. I would get my makeup done by my friend. I would, you know, I would do stuff like that and support them, especially during the holiday season, you know? So, that's just me. But, I mean, yeah, everybody else that shops for Black Friday, you do what you do. That's your business. But, I mean, people are happy that the economy suffered that loss. Whatever. But it was due in part to all of the stuff that's going on with these black boys being killed by the police. So, Nicki Minaj's brother, Jelani Mirage, is accused of raping a 12-year-old girl. Now, according to the article I was reading, he just recently got married last year, and he has 2 kids of his own. And the little girl that he allegedly raped was like a close family friend or something like that. And last I heard, Nicki Minaj bailed him out. So I'm like, I don't know how true it is. There's not really any details. It's just hearsay. But I mean, if it's true, people are going to be looking at Nicki Minaj a sort of kind of way, because I mean, no matter what, when you do something like that to a child, first of all, you're scarred for life. Well, not even you. Your reputation is jacked for life. The child is scarred for life. And you're now labeled a sex offender, all of that for the rest of your life. And then if you go to jail, and my mother, she used to work in a jail, and she told me firsthand, if a person touches your child, molests a child, does anything inappropriate with the child, all those people that are in jail are murderers, drug dealers, pimps, abusers. But once they hear that you did something to a child, they jack you up in jail. And I'm like, So, supposedly, he's going to court on the 9th or something like that. So, I guess we'll find out what's going on. But I'm like, I'm kind of side-eyeing the situation. I mean, it really doesn't have anything to do with Nicki Minaj, just besides the fact that that's her brother. You know, it's just shame on her family. But I just wonder what Nicki's gonna do when it's if it's proven to be true. Because again, we don't know if it's true or not. And I'm not trying to downplay it or anything, but we really don't know any further details besides what's being said here. And I mean, sometimes when it's said that somebody did that, 90% of the time it's true. I don't know. So I mean, that's like a developing story. I guess we'll see after this week. Mendices Harris has been sentenced to 8 years in prison for drug trafficking. And he wrote this long letter. It wasn't really long. It was like maybe a good few paragraphs. So, stop, Nyla. He wrote this like Instagram note, and he was basically saying, you know, I take my responsibility for everything in this case. Young men, let my story be a lesson to you. Don't do foolish things in your past, because it does catch up to you. Be smart. You know, and I'm like, okay, the letter that he sent, I get it. And I really hope that a lot of young men took heed to it. And I honestly feel bad for Yandy and the babies. And everybody's like, well, I feel bad for Yandy. She knew what she was getting herself into. Okay, reason being, yeah, she knew what she was getting herself into. But again, Yandy now has to take care of 3 kids on her own. And she has to do all of this while trying to be a working mother. And then she has to hold him down for them 8 years. And those are going to be a tough 8 years. Like, when anybody goes to jail, it puts like a real big burden. And it makes it hard for the families. So now everything is going to have to change. She's going to have to, you know, get weird phone calls. And the phone calls are going to be limited. And if she decides to take the kids to see him in prison, it's a drive to the prison to see him. You know, everything is going to change for her. So, yeah, she knew what she was getting herself into, but that's who she loves. Y'all act like she could just up and leave Mendices. Like, I'm pretty sure when all of this was going on, she probably had no idea about it, you know, or, I mean, I don't know. I don't know their entire situation, but for people to say, oh, well, she knew what she was getting herself into, I don't feel sorry for her at all. Like, you're dead wrong. Unless you've actually been in that situation, there's not really much you can say. Like, just, you know, feel bad for the kids. You know, they have to be without a father at 8 years old. I mean, at 8 years old. And, you know, without a father in 8 years. So, it's like, it's sad. Like, yeah, I feel sorry for Yandy and the kids. Because she has to live without her husband for 8 years. The kids have to live without their father for 8 years. So, I feel sorry for all of them. And I'm not going to change the way I feel. I feel sorry for all of them. So, yeah. But, you know, just good luck to Mendices. I like Mendices. He seems to be a good dude who just made a poor decision. And I mean, that happens to the best of us. So, I'll be praying for you, Mendices. These 8 years, them 8 years is going to fly by, though. So, he's going to be good. So, there was a mass shooting that happened in San Bernardino, I think on Wednesday, like early in the morning, by this married couple. Now, they targeted people at this, like, company, I guess, holiday party or something like that. And, you know, the guy, he was there and he was pretending, like, he was there as, like, dressed up to be there for the company. And then he left abruptly. And then him and his wife came back dressed in, like, black masks and black outfits or whatever. And they just started shooting up the party. And they said it took 4 minutes for the shooting to occur. And then the cops were on it, like, I think 10 minutes later or something like that. And then afterwards, they fled the scene. Now, mind you, both of the people who did it, they were, I think they were, I don't know if they were Muslim. I think they were, or, I don't know. But, yeah, so, but I'm like, okay, they're Muslim, but here we go with people thinking that all Muslims are terrorists again. And supposedly the terrorist attacks were carried out. It was just an act of terrorism because the wife pledged allegiance to the Islamic ISIL. I forgot what it stands for. But I'm like, oh, here we go. Like, this just furthers people's opinions and assumptions that all Muslims are terrorists. And mind you, the two people who did it were, like, around my age, and they had a 6-month-old child. Really? And they said that they left, thank you. And they said that they left the child with their mother and told her that they were going to a doctor's appointment. And then went and shot up these people. 14 people they killed at this party. And I'm like, this is friggin' ridiculous. Like, this is crazy. So it's just all kinds of stories coming out about the San Bernardino shooting. And I'm just like, I'm so tired of hearing about these shootings. I'm so tired of hearing about terrorism. Because this is going to further make people think that all Muslims are terrorists. Not realizing that Islam is a religion. It's not like a terrorist cult. It's a religion, and Islam is actually the religion is about peace. So I don't know what form of Islam these people think they're following, but Islam has nothing to do with terrorism. And I'm letting y'all know that up front, because I know a bunch of Islamic people who they are not, you know, they're not down with the terrorism. They're not down with none of that. So do not believe that all Muslims are terrorists, because it's, I mean, don't believe that, did I say it right? Don't believe that all Muslims are terrorists, because they're not. It's BS. These people that do these terrorist acts, they're on a different level of crazy, because Muslims are not terrorists. So rest in peace to the 14 victims who were killed in the mass shooting, and the 2 perpetrators who carried it out. Rot in hell, because this is ridiculous. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand people who think evil ways, but I'm not gonna go into that. This is for the victims. This ain't for them. I could care less. You know, I hope they never rest, you know, but I feel sorry for their daughter who has to grow up with no parents. You know, it's sad. They left a 6-month-old baby behind just to carry out a stupid terrorist act. But whatever, so, yeah, next story. Where's Wiz Live aired on Thursday, and you know, while there was a lot of positive feedback to the musical, there was also a lot of negative, you know, tweets, racist tweets about how the Wiz Live is racist, and you know, where's the white people, and you know, if this was an all-white cast, people would be offended. Newsflash, dummies. There is an all-white The Wiz. It's called The Wizard of Oz with Judy Garland. Duh. I'm like, really? Y'all can't just, you know, show your appreciation or keep your dumb opinions to yourself? And then, mind you, we never made it about race. We never made it about race. We had The Wiz that was on Broadway with Stephanie Mills. The Wiz that was turned into a movie with Diana Ross and Michael Jackson. And now we have the updated version. So, really be mad at people who don't care to remake y'all The Wiz. Because y'all, the Wizard of Oz, girl, The Wizard of Oz was made in 1939. And I don't think they updated it yet. And last I heard, well, somebody did tell me they did update it, and it was with James Franco, but it flopped. That's not our fault. So, you know, take that up with, you know, the screenwriters or whatever who did The Wizard of Oz, or give them that idea. But don't bring that mess over here, because The Wiz was not, it wasn't racist. And if people are wondering why, you know, when there's a white version of something, there should be a black version. There's reasons why, you know, there's white versions and black versions of certain movies. Because a lot of big movies that's done, that has all white cast, it doesn't really relate to black people. So black people have to make their own versions. It has nothing to do with being racist. It has to do with being relatable. Y'all want to get mad because we had The Wiz Live, but y'all don't say anything when y'all are taking the roles for, you know, kings and queens of Africa. The kings and queens of Africa, were all black. But you got white people in those roles. I mean, come on. Come on. Let's be for real. You can't talk about one and not talk about the other, okay? If y'all want to bring up race, talk about the entire thing. Until then, shut up. All right? All of you dummies who put the tweets, you shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Log off and go read a book. All right? And I'm done with that. So today, found out it was kind of sort of like, we're not really breaking news, but Tara Wallace and Peter Gunz from Love and Hip Hop are supposedly expecting another child together. I can't with these two. And the season of Love and Hip Hop New York hasn't even come on yet. And already I'm getting a headache from this cast already. Like, I mean, we see there's still a love triangle between him, Amina, and Tara. But I didn't think, and if Tara is pregnant by him, then I'm just shaking my head at her. Because all that crying and screaming and all of that you was doing these past couple of seasons, really scripted then. If you having this man's baby, you crazy. You are crazy. Clearly Peter Gunz has an issue with women, and y'all just sit up here and y'all allow this man to do what he wants to y'all. So keep popping out his babies, whatever. But I guess, you know, the baby ain't got nothing to do with it, so I'll say congratulations, because I'm saying it about the baby. But y'all two are just, y'all are sick in the head. Y'all deserve each other. Anyway, last but not least, Kim and Kanye had their baby today. It was a boy. There's no pictures out yet. We don't know what the baby's name is yet. But they were just saying that, Kanye was by Kim's side through the whole delivery. You know, she's doing well. Chris, Chloe, and Courtney were also at the hospital. So, you know, it's like a developing story. But, you know, congratulations to them. I'm pretty sure the baby is beautiful because Northwest is beautiful. But yeah, congratulations to them. And I know it's a healthy, beautiful baby boy. And can't wait to see pictures. And I hope his name ain't Southwest. I highly doubt it. But, but no, you know, all jokes aside, I understand and understood why Kanye and Kim named her North, and they explained it themselves. They said that North is the highest point in their relationship. And then also somebody posted a picture of like why they think that Kanye might have named Northwest Northwest. Like I think it was like a part, like somebody put up like a little picture, like a geography picture, where I think it was in Africa or something like that, and it says like Northwest, and then like right there, like on the bottom left, it says Kimberly. So the person was like, well, Kanye West is a genius, actually, if you think about it. I'm like, you know, if that is part of the reason why they named her Northwest, that's sweet also, you know? So, I mean, I like names that have meaning towards them. I thought at first, initially, I thought they named her Northwest to be funny. But when they explained why they named her North, I was like, okay, I get it. It's cute. You know, I like names that have meaning, and I like when people put thought into the names. I don't like when people just throw the name out there because they think it sound cute or it's a trend or whatever. But yeah, so that's all the stories I have for like the past couple of weeks. Remember, oh, I'm sorry. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And I'll see you guys in the next video, which should be Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, see you then. Thanks again for watching. Later.